Coming up on 5 Minute News. Barrett vows to interpret laws as they are written. California GOP says it owns unofficial ballot dropboxes. And Belarus ramps up crackdown on protests. It's Tuesday, October 13. I'm Anthony Davis. Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett declared on Monday that Americans deserve an independent Supreme Court that interprets our Constitution and laws as they were written, encapsulating her conservative approach to the law that has Republicans excited about the prospect of her taking the place of the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg before Election Day. Barrett spoke about her judicial philosophy, her experience and her large family at the end of the first day of her fast-tracked confirmation hearings that Senate Democrats are using to try and brand her a threat to Americans' health care during the coronavirus pandemic. After sitting in silence through nearly 4 hours of opening statements from members of the Senate Judiciary Committee, the 48-year-old federal appeals court judge laid out her approach to the bench, which she has likened to that of her conservative mentor, the late Justice Antonin Scalia. Courts have a vital responsibility to the rule of law, which is critical to a free society. But courts are not designed to solve every problem or right every wrong in our public life, Barrett said in a statement she delivered after removing the protective mask she wore for most of the day. She told senators that she is forever grateful for Ginsburg's trailblazing path as a woman on the court. Yet Senator Kamala Harris, Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden's running mate, said the court is often the last refuge for equal justice, and a Barrett nomination puts in jeopardy everything Ginsburg fought to protect. Barring a dramatic development, Republicans appear to have the votes to confirm her to a lifetime seat on the Supreme Court. If she is confirmed quickly, she could be on the court when it hears the latest challenge to the Affordable Care Act, a week after the election. California's Republican Party on Monday acknowledged owning unofficial ballot dropboxes that state election officials said are illegal. California election officials received reports over the weekend about the boxes in Fresno, Los Angeles, and Orange counties. On Sunday, the Secretary of State issued a memo telling county registrars the boxes were illegal and that ballots must be mailed or brought to official voting locations. A state GOP spokesman said the party owns the boxes. He declined to comment on how many exist and where they are located. He said the state's law governing so-called ballot harvesting allows an organization to collect and return groups of ballots. The controversy surfaced after a regional field director for the state's GOP in Orange County posed in a social media photo with one of the official boxes wearing a face covering. Neil Kelly, the county's registrar of voters, said official drop boxes are clearly recognizable and carry official county elections logos. He said it wasn't clear how many voters had used unofficial boxes, but after receiving reports about them, he notified the state and district attorney's office. Fresno County Republicans said they will remove the boxes that had been placed at party headquarters, a gas station, and gun shops. Authorities in Belarus said yesterday they detained 713 people during mass protests against the re-election of the country's authoritarian leader in a disputed election, the harshest crackdown yet in weeks of demonstrations. The Interior Ministry reported that out of those detained, 570 of them were still in custody, awaiting a court hearing. In a separate statement, the ministry threatened to use firearms against the protesters if need be, saying that the rallies have become organized and extremely radical. Despite the detentions, protests in Belarus continued on Monday, with the elderly taking to the streets in several Belarusian cities, demanding Lukashenko's resignation. More than 2,000 people marched through Minsk, chanting "Go away" and carrying signs saying "Grandmothers stand with the people." Police quickly moved to disperse the protest with water cannons, stun grenades and truncheons, preventing groups of people in different parts of the city from merging into one large gathering. Dozens of people sustained injuries in what human rights advocates said was the harshest dispersal of a Sunday demonstration since August. Both the European Union and the United States have said that presidential election was neither free nor fair. The violent response to the rallies prompted international outrage. The EU and the United States slapped dozens of Belarusian officials with sanctions for their roles in the alleged vote rigging and the crackdown on protesters, but didn't target Lukashenko, who has run the country for 26 years with an iron fist. You can subscribe to 5 Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5 Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Please subscribe, rate and review us at 5minute.news. 5 Minute News is an independent production covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering unbiased, verified and truthful world news daily.